Days of Our Life spoilers. Who do you think the Last Blast killer is? So far on the Last Blast reunion, the class of 2002 convened in New York City for a class reunion. The reunion took place at the .com Cafe, which Kevin Lambert opened in honor of the old .com Cafe that used to exist in Salem back in the early 2000s. The attendees were Chloe Lane, Belle Black, Sean Brady, Philip Kirakis, Susan Adamson, and Mimi Lockhart. But things started spinning out of control soon after the reunion was over. As he was cleaning up after the festivities, Kevin was stabbed to death by someone who he recognized but viewers did not see. The next morning, both Chloe and Mimi were similarly stabbed and killed. These were shocking developments, and Chloe's death in particular was a stunner, since she's been a main character for some time. So who killed Kevin, Chloe, and Mimi? And why? Well, we've got a couple of theories about that. As Last Blast viewers know, there's a possibility that one of the group's own classmates is the culprit. One name in particular has come up on the series, and that's Jason Wells, who went to high school with the group but wasn't particularly well liked, and for good reason. Jason was a big troublemaker back in the day, and it was established on the series that he had been invited to the reunion but never RSVP'd to Belle's invitation to the event. That means he certainly knew where to find everyone, and he could be the killer. Perhaps Jason is harboring some old resentments from the group's high school days, and he's finally making the rounds and killing each classmate one by one. Another possibility is that the killer is another classmate who the group would never suspect, Jan Spears. When the Last Blast series was announced by NBC, Heather Lindell was listed among the cast members, but she hasn't been seen yet on the series. You might remember that Jan was last seen back in 2005 when she hit her head after arguing with Mimi and went into a coma. Recently, it was established that Jan was believed to be still in her coma by the Last Blast crew. But what if Jan was now out of her coma and wanted to settle the score against her former classmates? Jan had a history of animosity against Chloe in particular. She also stalked Sean for a period of time, then kidnapped him and held him hostage. In addition to Jan detesting Chloe, she wasn't a big fan of Kevin, and would have a reason to go after Mimi for causing her coma. She'd definitely be a surprise killer, given that she's supposed to be in a coma, and the show has promised a surprise ending to the series. We'll see who the killer ends up being, but it's certainly looking like it will either be Jason or Jan, or maybe they'll work as a tag team to go after their classmates. Whatever the case, Last Blast viewers are in for an exciting resolution to the mystery, but will there be any more deaths before the killer is caught? We'll give you more updates as other days' news comes in. Stick with the days, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and check back often for the latest Days of Our Lives spoilers, updates, and news. We'll see you again.